How to create a new web page and edit a web page on the OSBA website. First thing you want to do, anytime you want to make a change, is of course log in. So we're going to do that now. You see I have my staff username and password. It's the test account. So we're going to log in, and you'll notice up here that this changes to a large green button that says add page. So there's two things that you're going to want to do. You're either going to want to edit an existing page or add a new page. So let's cover editing an existing page. The way the system's set up is that by division, divisions have access to pages that are relevant to them. So for instance, IMA here is part of the Communication Services division. If I go to Administrative Openings, our division handles this page, and I get these tabs: View, Edit, and Revisions. Now, for instance, if I go to Legal Services, you'd see the tabs go away because I do not have permission to edit those pages. So if you're on a page that you think you should be able to edit, let IT know so that we can add you to the right group or change the division that that page is on. So for instance, if I was logged in as a staff attorney, maybe Candace or Sarah or Holly, then they would have those tabs on this page. So going back to Administrative Openings, I want to make a change to this page. All I need to do is click the Edit tab. That brings me up a page here on top of the existing page with my content. So we have the title, the body, and let's say I just want to add in a new line here. Maybe just add an X so you can see the change. Okay, you have all your GUI tools up here just like you would in Word, which are pretty self-explanatory. Moving down the page here, we have text format HTML editor. This is going to want to stay the same. File attachments, if you wanted to add some files to the page, just for like a downloads page, or if you want to add some links to brochures, that kind of thing, you could add them here by choosing your file and uploading it. Members only. This is where you determine whether it's going to be password protected or not, where it requires members to log in. Right now there's nothing in it, which means it's disabled. If you clicked enable, then that would make it members only. Google allowed. This is something that you're going to want to keep checked. This allows our search engine to find your page even if it's members only. If this is not checked, your page will be hidden even from the search engines, and generally we don't want that. The division. Right now it's Communication Services. That's all I can select. But let's say we added you to be able to view communication and legal pages. You could then choose which division. And then we have several tabs here that are important. New revision. Each time you save the page, it creates a copy of the old page so that you can always go back to it at any time. You can actually put a log here. Many people do not, of what you changed. I added an X. That way when you're looking at all the copies of the pages, that note will tell you what was changed. Scheduling options is the new feature, and with this you can determine when the page will become active and when it will take itself down. So for instance, I don't want this page to become active until Monday at 8 a.m. in the morning. Now this is military time, unfortunately. So if you want it active at 1 p.m., you're going to need to put in 13. And then I never want the page to unpublish. Authoring information. Originally Mel authored this. This information here is just info, that's it. And then publishing options. Right now the page is published, and so when I click save, the changes will come on and I'll be done. Now, because I set a schedule, and this was just to show you, this is checked as published, so the schedule doesn't mean anything because it's already published. So if I literally want to take the page down and have it post back on 2/10/2014, I would then uncheck this box. That takes the page down today, and on 2/10 it'll come back. Okay, so we're going to delete that for now, just so we don't confuse ourselves. Okay. Not scheduled, and hit save. So as you can see, when I hit save, the page refreshes and there's my X. Now obviously this is live, so we want to take this down. So go and take that X out, go to the bottom, hit save, and the X goes away. Now, revisions. Let's click on the Revisions tab. You can see here that here are all the revisions back probably 50 times that have been made to this page and who made them. Now you can see that iEmployee made the change, and there's that comment I added. I added an X. Let's say I wanted to revert back to that page. I would click Revert and hit Revert. And now it's been reverted back to that revision. So if I close and it reloads, you'll see the X is back. So if you had to change and then you accidentally took it out, you can always revert back to the old version, even months ago, instead of trying to remember what you put in there. So I'm just reverting back now to the copy that did not have the X. Alright, last thing, adding a new page. This has a few more steps to it, but all you have to do is click the big green button that says Add a Page. We're going to put a title in that says Test Page, Please Delete. The reason I'm putting Please Delete is because Angela will actually get notified. Put my content in, I can bold it, I can add images, links, all that. Come down here. I want it to be members only. I do want Google to allow it. And I want to schedule it. So let's say I want this page to turn on the 10th at 8 a.m. Alright. Go to Publishing Options. Now, I could click Save here without doing anything else, and I have my test page. Now, it has not been submitted yet. If I go back into Edit, I can come down now to Publishing Options. Let's say I put in another word. Okay, now we're good. And I say Submit for Review. What this does is it sends the page to Angela to look at it, see if any changes need to be made, and to determine where in the menu to put it. At that time, she will then publish it. But do note that if you set a schedule here, I want it to come on the 10th, even after Angela reviews it, it'll still come on the 10th. So she won't publish it immediately. It'll come on when you want it to come on. So now that I've submitted it for review, I click Save. And you see the red box went away, and that means that it's out of draft mode and is now waiting to be approved by Angela. Angela just got an email that notified her of the page, and then she will publish it, and if she has any questions, she'll get with you. So that's a brief overview on editing and adding pages on the OSBA website.